Theater production. Combat. Starring Vic Morrow. And Rick Jason. Co-starring Skip Homeyer.
What's so funny?
You ought to see your face.
Well, you ain't no raving beauty yourself.
Billy, your dog tags tapes?
Yeah.
And everybody, I want you to hear this. This mission has one purpose, and one purpose only. It's to find prisoners and bring them back. Now, above all, we avoid a fight. You got it?
That's sure fine with me, Sarge.
Now, for the last time, does everybody know what this is all about?
You mean the war, Sarge?
He doesn't mean the war.
I like a squad with a sense of humor. Hope yours lasts through the night.
You all set, Sergeant?
Ready.
We're going to split up into groups. If each group brings in one prisoner, we've done a good night's work. S2 and the outposts have already been notified, so there'll be no re-entry problems. Now, the storm's blowing over. So the quieter you move, the longer you're going to live. We'll rendezvous at 0400 hours at the cemetery just outside the village and re-enter the lines together. Questions? I'll take Davis, Baker, and Brockmeyer with me. Good luck, Sergeant.
Right.
Let's move out, fellas.
What's all this creep and crawl, Sarge? Now, why don't we just go out there and grab ourselves a crowd, huh?
Just like that, huh?
Yeah.
Kirby. Jump up and down.
What?
You heard me. I said jump up and down.
He wants to see if anything rattles beside your head.
Now, you can do better than that.
It's gonna be cold out there, Sarge. I thought,
Trouble with you is, Kirby, you don't think at all.
It's gonna be a long night.
All right, let's go.
Wie lange wird es dauern?
Ich glaube nicht zu lange. Hast du Angst? Bist du jemals auf einer Streife gewesen?
Nicht ein Tag- und Tagstreife.
Wird schon gut gehen. Keine Angst.
Hier, Feldwebel, sind unsere Gegner. Die 361. Nicht nur die 361., auch andere Infanterieeinheiten sind in den letzten 48 Stunden in diesen Sektor eingedrungen.
Verstärkung dieser Größe bedeuten, dass der Feind einen Angriff plant.
Also lass uns alle aufbrechen, ne?
Na, los! Also los! Behalt euch! Nicht zu lahm!
So do I.
Ich hasse diese Sachen.
Ja, ich mag sie auch nicht.
Kirby.
Yeah.
I thought I saw something. Go on up ahead and take a look.
They can have this night patrol. I sure don't want it.
Reminds me of coon hunting back home. I wish I were there now.
Yeah, so do I.
He's taking too much time.
I'll take a look. Hey, what did I tell you, Sarge? Easy as falling off a log.
Where'd you find him?
Under a rock. Him and two others was laying wire. They got killed.
How do you know that?
He told me.
He told you.
Yeah.
Does he speak English?
Speaks better English than Cage.
Looks like a lucky night, Sergeant.
Yeah. Well, let's go home.
Hold it. Relax, we're on the same side.
Drop your rifle. You heard me. What are you doing out here?
Well, my squad was on recon. I got separated.
Who are you? Grants, Joseph B. 04. You an officer?
Lieutenant.
I'm Saunders.
What are your orders, Sergeant?
Well, we was sent out to bring in a prisoner.
Looks like I owe you one. Mind if I come along? Well, I'm not a guy to stand on ceremony. I'll just be part of the patrol. You got your orders, it's your assignment. I'll do whatever you say.
Well, look, Lieutenant,
Maybe you didn't hear me, Sergeant. I said I don't stand on ceremony. Most fighting soldiers don't. Now, you want to call me something, you call me Kranz or Joe or just Hay. Because you call me Lieutenant and the crowd hears it and I'm the first one popped. Call me sir, the same thing happens. Out here, rank doesn't mean a thing.
no, sir. You want to come along, it's all right.
I want to go along, Sergeant.
Let's go.
I told you these woods were full of krauts.
All that. Too many of them. Now in almost 2 hours. It's gonna take us that long to get back.
Back. You mean back, you're not giving up.
We're moving pretty close to their lines. We don't want to go to Berlin just for a prisoner.
Close to their lines, our chances of finding them are better.
And riskier.
Well, I'll tell you something. Everything in life is a risk, and that starts with getting born. I want you to take this personally, but a patrol like this gives guys who don't want to fight a pretty good chance to goof off. I mean, they go to sleep somewhere for 6 or 7 hours, somewhere nice and safe, and then they go in.
good gang here. They move good. Not afraid to be in a crowded neighborhood. They'll do what they came here for if you let them.
We'll stay out another half hour, and then we'll move him back.
Without a prisoner?
With or without.
All right, I said you were in command and I'd take orders like the others, but I've got to understand those orders first, and what you just said, I don't understand.
We've been told to avoid a fight, and I do as I'm told.
You go with a book, don't you, Sergeant?
I'm alive. Let's go. Where's Krantz?
Oh, I thought he was with you.
Well, maybe things got too rough for him. Maybe he talks a better war than he fights.
Yeah, maybe he just got lost.
He knows this sector. His company held it till a couple of days ago.
I think he's out there because he wants to be.
Well, you gotta wait for him. You can't just...
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait just 10 minutes. Then we head back. Every minute we stay here makes it easier for the Germans to find us.
Old Sarge sure don't cut that lieutenant, does he?
Can you blame him? We sing around here like pigeons.
Krantz is okay. It's just that when some guys lose their place in the chain of command, they drift off and drown.
Are you talking about the sergeant?
Well, Sarge's been giving orders to an officer. Maybe it's getting him down. Maybe the lieutenant's making him lose confidence in himself. It's like a team having a coach. Coach never saying nothing, just all the time watching for mistakes. It's enough to make anybody jumpy.
Look, Kirby, there isn't a better squad leader than the sergeant. You know it.
Hey, he just never should have taken that lieutenant along. That's all I gotta say.
We have to be heading back. It's getting light. That lieutenant wants to come along. He'll just have to find us.
Well, that won't be very hard. I heard you guys 50 yards away. You better keep your voices down if you want to stay alive.
You could have got yourself killed just now. I told you to stay with this patrol.
There you go with those regulations again.
You said you'd follow my orders. Now, if you want to pull rank on me, you just have to wait till we get back.
Oh, we're not getting back. Not now. We're cut off just over that rise of a patrol twice our size. Of course, they don't know we're here yet. We could come up on their blind side.
If we start firing now, we're going to have more company than we can handle.
What's the matter, Sergeant? Are you afraid of a fight?
We'll find a place to hide. Then we'll make our way back tonight.
I know a place, Sergeant. Follow me. Home.
Kirby, come with me. Cover us. get the others.
What do you think of my foxhole, Sarge? You gotta go a long way to beat it. Make yourself to home. We've got all the conveniences. Steam heat, running water.
Rats. Your men.
What about him?
What happened to them?
It's like I said, I got separated. I left them, I went ahead to scout, and when I got back, they were gone.
Maybe they're still up there. I'll go on up and take a look.
Sergeant, wouldn't do any good. We were more than a mile from here when we lost each other. I'll make you guys some coffee.
Little John.
Yeah.
You and Billy get back up there, take the first guard. Kirby?
Yeah?
You and Cage go on up above. Take a look through those tunnels.
You got some good boys there, Sarge. They do just what you tell them. That was the trouble with my outfit. They didn't do like I said. So now they're cut off 5 miles from their own lines and country crawling with Krauts.
How come you went ahead to scout, Lieutenant? Why didn't you send one of your men?
I'm good in the dark, Sergeant.
And you lost your command.
They didn't do like I said. They didn't do like I said.
Can't stay out in this light, sir.
I know.
I'll bet I know what's holding up the sergeant. That little Drip Nelson probably got lost. He's gonna cost us the war.
All right. We go back to 1st Platoon Outpost. Sergeant will have to make it there instead of here. Let's go.
Little John?
Yeah.
You know that fella Krantz? Boy, there's a strange ball for you.
That's no way to talk about an officer, Billy. Didn't they teach you any military courtesy?
Yeah, but there's something funny about him. If you want to know the truth, I don't think he is an officer at all.
You don't?
Nope.
How come?
Well, you take you, for instance.
Me?
Yeah, no, if I didn't know you and you come up to me and said, I'm a buck private, I'd believe you.
You would?
Yeah.
How come?
You look like a private.
I do.
Yeah, you know the way you stand kind of all slumped over and with your uniform hanging.
You calling me a slob?
No, all I'm saying is that if you came up to me and said you were an officer, I'd know you weren't. The same as you would me. Now watch, I'll prove it. My name's Nelson, Lieutenant Nelson.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, you see what I mean? And that goes for that fella Krantz in there, too. You mark my words, Little John. If he is an officer, I am a chicken colonel. Hey, I thought that... I know. Thought the sergeant wiped me out back there, didn't you? I kept a kicker. You gotta get up pretty early in the morning to get the jump on old Kirby.
Yeah, but if the sergeant catches you...
It'll never hold up in a court-martial. Look, if the Army expects me to crawl around these dirty, damp caves, the least they can do is turn their back if I want to use a little alcohol for medicinal purposes. Fella could catch his death cold, place like this. Have a snort.
No.
Wait, what?
I just don't want one.
Look, Cajun ain't like with drinking on duty. You see that light up there?
Yeah, so what?
All right, we were on night patrol, right? Have a snort.
Thanks.
Suit yourself.
You know, Kirby, you know that fellow Krantz down there?
What about it?
He reminds me a lot of you, Kirby.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look, here we are in this hole. Krauts all around. And there you sit with a bottle in your hands.
You saying I ain't a good soldier?
Drink that and you won't be.
You've been busy, haven't you, Lieutenant? You figure there's gonna be a run on souvenirs after the war's over?
This war isn't going to be over for a long time, Sergeant.
Is that what you want?
Why do you say a fool thing like that?
Well, this pile of guns, those helmets, and that scarecrow in there with a German uniform on it.
Well, a man gets kind of lonely being cut off out here. You got to have something to do to pass the time.
Like killing?
That's what it comes down to, isn't it, Sergeant? Something can happen to a man if he doesn't understand why he's here. You got to have a point of view about fighting. Once you got a point of view, you got a state of mind. You live and the other guy dies.
You take this war kind of personal, don't you?
You'd be surprised how many guys get killed who don't.
You said you were cut off from your patrol.
That's right.
When?
When?
I mean, tonight, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago? When?
Strange how you lose track of time.
What outfit were you in?
What?
I said, what outfit were you in?
The 422nd.
Lieutenant, they pulled out of this sector 2 weeks ago.
What is this, Sergeant? The 3rd degree?
You're fighting this war with a broken beer bottle, Lieutenant. You keep it up and you're going to end up wrapped in chicken wire, staring out a window, being spoon-fed.
Not a chance.
Nothing, sir. Hey, Sarge. What do you make of those?
Smith, Oliver, R. Turner, Paul D. Howes, R. Robert D. Kane, Tom G.
Give me those. I think I'll check around and see if there's a back door to this place, just in case.
Kirby.
Yo.
Keep an eye on him.
Sergeant tell you to follow me?
Oh, no. I thought you might need some help. What's up that way?
It's a dead end.
Right now it does, but don't be surprised if a couple of days from now your toes fall off. Catch me putting a foot in there. You don't know what kind of underground minerals might be floating around that stuff.
Trouble with you, Kirby, is you worry too much. Who knows? I may have found a fountain of youth.
So you have young feet. What do you make of him, Sarge?
I don't know.
I say we ought to get out of this place. I'd rather run through the German lines in daylight than be caught down here. The Krauts come through that door up there, they got us cold, you know that. Sitting around your own grave waiting for somebody to come throw dirt on your face.
Yeah.
Hey, what time is it?
It was 700.
What time's that?
7 o'clock.
What if the lieutenant's still waiting for us?
First flight he'd pull on back.
Whew. Hope he had better luck than we did.
Sergeant. Shame I had to knock off that Kraut prisoner of yours. You guys could all be home in bed by now. But don't feel too bad, because a prisoner taken on the way in can be just as good as one taken on the way out. And come dark, I'll get you another one.
Kirby, you come with me.
Where are you going?
Just gonna take a little walk.
We'll see you don't get lost.
Did you see anything?
Fog.
Boy, it looks like the sergeant's gonna keep us up here all day.
Looks like.
Oh, this place gives me the creeps.
Creeps?
Yeah, just look at it.
What's wrong with it?
Well, it's so weird.
We had a cave back home. It was full of bats.
Bats?
Those things that hang upside down.
You don't suppose there's any around here, do you?
There's a way to find out.
What's that?
Take off your hat.
My hat?
Yeah, bats like to swoop down and get in your hair.
They do?
Fella back home got a bat in his beard. Took 2 barbers and a game ward to get it out.
You're kidding.
You think so? Take off your hat.
Krantz. Lieutenant Joseph Krantz.
start talking, Krantz, or whatever your name is.
Now, look, Sergeant, I don't want to have to pull rank on you.
There are 9 dead men lying in that tunnel back there.
You know you can get about 5 years in a stockade for going against an officer.
And one of them is the officer you claim to be.
That's a lie.
I just cut that dog tag off him. Now you look at it. I said look at it.
We never should have come in here. Tried to tell the lieutenant, but he wouldn't listen to me. Nobody ever listens to me. We were out after some prisoners, just like tonight. Germans jumped us, about 20 of them. We came in here to hide. They caught us back in that tunnel. We didn't have a chance. I was the only one that got away. When it was over, I came back, and I've been here ever since. You get back to the lines. You tell them that Joe Krantz is still here fighting. Getting even for those boys. You tell them that.
Why don't you go back and tell him?
I can't.
Why?
Trying to trap me, Sergeant? Don't you think I know when somebody's trying to trap me?
How come you were the only one that got away, huh?
Because I'm smart. Because I know how to take care of myself. If nobody wants you, you learn how to take care of yourself. That lieutenant, he should have listened to me. They'd all be alive if he'd listened to me, but oh no, he had to make a stand, get himself killed, everybody else.
Everybody but you. Why?
I'll go up and take over the guard.
You didn't answer my question.
Don't push me, Sergeant.
Why, what are you gonna do? You're gonna kill me? Huh? You gonna take my dog tags?
You think that's what happened?
Didn't it?
No.
Then why aren't you lying back there in that tunnel with the others?
Because I ran. I turned my back on those boys and I ran.
If you're not Joe Krantz, who are you?
I don't know, Sergeant. Dear God, I don't know.
Sergeant! Kraut!
Get down here! Kirby, put out that fire.
How many of them?
About 10. They spotted the entrance.
Sie bleiben zur Deckung. Ihr zwei durchsucht die Höhle und die 2 Nächsten gehen durch den Gang.
Take cover. Take cover.
Keep firing!
You said you ran. You said you were cut off in a hand, you ran. How did you get out of here?
I said, how did you get out of here? Back entrance. There's a back entrance. Where? Down this tunnel, around that bend. Hey, Sarge! We better get out of here. They have a flamethrower. Come on, let's get out of here!
Keep going. Go on.
I didn't run this time, did I, Sergeant? Sergeant? When you get back, you tell him that I'm still fighting. You tell him. You tell him.
I'll tell him.
Say they were all dead. Sergeant, those men out there, you say they were dead when you found them?
Yes, sir. They were all dead.
Not much to show for 10 men, is it?
No, sir.
Saunders, don't feel too bad about it. I mean, about not bringing in a prisoner last night. Come dark, they're going to let us go out and try again. We keep the same plan. Break up the two groups. I'll take Davis, Baker, and Brockmeyer with me. Rendezvous at 0400 hours. Questions?
No, sir.
I'll see you in the cemetery.
Yes, sir.
This is Lieutenant Hanley, 2nd Platoon K Company. You wanted the names of those men from the 422nd. Kane, Thomas C. Powers, Robert D. Krantz, Joseph B. Pope, John J. Smith, Orville R. Fellows, Stephen S. Turner, Paul D.
it's right over there, Sergeant.
Give your scrounges up a place to sleep. We'll probably be here for a while, huh?
That's the best order you gave all week.
Want to see me, Lieutenant? Yeah, sit down. This is Sergeant Perkins at Communications Center.
I do.
Hi, Sergeant. I hope you and your men haven't settled in yet.
Well, we're hoping to. Kirby's out looking for a place now to sleep.
You better explain it to him, Sergeant.
You're being sent with 2 of my men to deliver field radios to a group of French partisans who will support us and act as observers as we go into the sector.
What's the matter with their reconnaissance, Lieutenant?
Well, the terrain is pretty rugged. Deep valleys, trees, etc. No chance.
Well, field radios, they don't have a long enough range.
Oh, so you're an expert on radio transmissions, eh, Sergeant?
No, I'm no expert, but I read the manual.
Well, I helped write it.
Of course, Sergeant Saunders is right about the limited range of field radios. However, the field radio people will be feeding bits and pieces of information to a main radio hidden away in a country house. The owner will coordinate and transmit to us. Now, you'll deliver your field radios to a man named Fontaine. Intelligence doesn't want the crowd smelling out the location of the main radio, so they've arranged the rendezvous point away from the house. Right here.
The equipment is all ready to go. You can leave immediately, Sergeant.
In broad daylight, Lieutenant.
Well, we're lagging behind division. We've got to pull up the line to keep the crowds from taking advantage.
The equipment that you'll be carrying is critical, so you'll have to be very careful with it.
Well, I'll do my best to see that nothing happens to the equipment.
Right, out. Perkins, your CO just called. One of the men who's supposed to go out on the mission can't make it. You'll be taking his place.
Well, that doesn't make sense, sir. I'm not worth anything in the field. My job is with Comm Center.
Well, your CO will fill you in on the details. But you better get ready, because you will be going.
Yes, sir.
Combat. Starring Vic Morrow. And Rick Jason.
Ready to move out?
Yes or no, Lieutenant?
I don't think I know what you mean.
Well, this is Sergeant Perkins. I don't like the idea of going out with him.
Well, we can't always choose our companions in this war, Saunders.
Well, I know that, Lieutenant, but what I'm trying to say is I don't feel like putting my squad on the line with him.
Sounds to me like you got problems. I've got a few problems. You see this map? I've been staring at it for the past 2 days. It's not just a map, it's a jigsaw puzzle. And unless I can put the pieces together, there are going to be a lot more lives on the line than just your squads.
Well, look, Lieutenant, I don't know about this jigsaw puzzle. But I do know I'll be taking unnecessary risk if I send my men out with a man like Perkins.
Well, Perkins and this jigsaw puzzle are pretty closely related, so you better try to understand. Now, I'll put it as simply for you as I can. If the crowds knew how weak we were, they could knock us a week from next Sunday. Now, we can't move ahead because we don't have enough information. We can't move back because it'll show them just how weak we are.
So we're stuck with a man like Perkins, huh?
Well, Comm Center says he's the only man who could do the job, and I believe Comm Center. So I guess you're stuck with Sergeant Perkins.
An oddball and a bunch of civilians. Some way to run a war.
Yeah. Some way to run a war. Look, I'll be standing here waiting to hear from the Frenchman's radio at the chateau just as soon as his men report in from the field. Now, as for Perkins, our staying alive may depend upon your keeping Perkins alive. Saunders. Good luck.
How far we gotta carry this stuff?
3 more miles.
I think I'm getting hungry. Hey. Oh, sorry, Sarge.
What are you trying to do, blind me?
Just an accident, I'm sorry.
Look out where you're going.
You said he was sorry, so let's forget it.
Well, that's not, Sergeant. I read your manual, too. Look out for low-hanging branches.
Boy, oh boy, we sure got a live one this trip.
You're a little nervous. First combat patrol. Are you kidding? Hey, Sarge, did you know that?
Let's say I had an idea.
3 stripes, and this is his first time out. Can't blame him. He's only been in the Army 9 months.
Well, that explains it.
He's a genius. At least that's what they say at the communications center. They promoted him real fast.
Okay, let's pick it up. Pick it up. Take 5. 5.
Well, what are we stopping for?
It's no percentage in wearing ourselves out. If we run into Kratz, I'd like to have some wind left. Marx has been telling me you've only been in about 9 months.
Oh, I become the object of conversation, huh?
Perkins, look, this is your first time out. You better learn how to relax.
I've never relaxed before in my life, Sergeant. This isn't the place to start. Now, who's on the lookout for Germans?
We all are.
You know, Saunders, you seem so casual about the prospect of dying. I wonder why. Perhaps life is meaningless to you.
You take a lot for granted.
He may be a genius at communications center, but I peg him for a washout if things get rough out here.
He'll shape up.
Sure he will. You're just saying it because we're stuck with him. I never saw you take that much lip off anybody.
Well, like you said, Kirby. We're stuck with him.
The operates on the effort and reward theory, doesn't it? They put me in communications, I clear up the mess, and where do they send me? Here.
That reward might save a few lives.
Or lose a few. Get down. Never get through them.
We'll go around them.
Can't risk that.
I said we'll go around them.
After you, Sergeant.
Oh, it's just a couple of rear guard. Come on.
Get him out of here. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on. Told you it wouldn't work.
You panic, Perkins.
This is my first mission. I should have taken that into account.
Everybody up here had a first mission. You were trained for it. Gage, how is he?
You can walk.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Better wait till it gets dark before we head back.
We're not quitting, Perkins. We're going to deliver those radios.
Are you serious? The Germans know we're here. I'm injured. Marx is lying back there with all of our extra equipment in his knapsack. There's no reason for us to go on.
All right, you had your say. Gage, take the point.
All right, Saunders. You're taking my life in your hands, huh?
That's right. And our lives are in your hands, and don't you forget it. Now move out.
I believe you are looking for me, Sergeant.
You're looking for radios. I'm looking for you. What's your name?
Fontaine.
I'm looking for it. Come on. All right, take off your equipment. Here's your curve. Have a look at it across the bridge. This is Sergeant Perkins. He'll tell you all about this stuff.
You are wounded, Sergeant.
Astute observation.
Yeah, we ran into the Krauts a little ways back.
My men do not speak English. If you explain the operation of the radios to me, I will translate for you.
Yeah, well, I speak French. I speak 4 languages. Attention, espèce d'idiot.
I do not appreciate my men to be referred to as clumsy fools, Sergeant.
Perkins, you watch what you say in all 4 languages. You got it?
Des lampes supplémentaires et des batteries. Ça ne marche pas, comprenez-vous? Bon, allez-y.
Très bien, Sergeant. Allez, chargez les batteries et en route.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais là, petit?
Voici Monsieur Fontaine.
Allez, viens.
Got a visitor. I almost shot him. Jacques, qu'est-ce que tu fais ici?
La radio dans la cave ne marche pas. Grand-père m'a envoyé pour vous la dire.
The main radio in the house is not working.
What's wrong with it?
I'm not sure, Sergeant. Grand-père hopes one of you can come and look at it.
Without the main radio, all of this is useless.
How far is it to your house?
A few minutes.
We're supposed to stay away from that house.
We were told to deliver the field radios to feed the main radio. Self-patrol's a waste of time if that main radio isn't working.
What makes you so sure that I can fix it?
Well, you're the expert. You wrote the manual. Remember? All right, move out. Stay apart. And no firing.
Attendez-moi au poste.
Bon, très bien.
Das Nest hier. Wir haben überall gesucht, wir haben nichts finden können.
Ja, niemand gefunden? Ja,
Nein, waren Sie im Weinsalam, so dann.
Sehr gut, Fanny. Sehr gut. Ich gehe jetzt?
Nein, Sie bleiben jetzt hier, gehen Sie etwas weiter suchen.
Ah, ja.
Und nehmen Sie 3 Leute mit. Und vergessen Sie Ihre Batterien nicht, Ihr Licht.
Ja, ich gehe jetzt.
Ja.
We'll be there soon. My grandfather's house. It was a fine house once.
That's open ground out there, so watch yourselves.
Leutnant, zum Haus.
What kind of vehicle is it?
I don't know what kind of vehicle it is, but I'll tell you what's inside of it. A radio direction finder. That's where the radio is.
Have the Germans been to your house before looking for the radio?
No.
Perkins, how does that radio tracking equipment work?
Very accurately. When they pick up a radio transmission, they find out what direction it's coming from. And they go to another point and do the same thing. And they triangulate both directions, and where they intersect, that's where the radio is.
Maybe they took a fix on that radio before it went dead. They didn't finish their tracking. They could be guessing, canvassing the area, asking questions.
Or they could be in there now destroying the radio.
Either way, we're gonna have to wait here and find out.
Look, Saunders, even if they're just asking questions, why don't we leave well enough alone? Let's go to a new location and set up a new radio.
That might take more time than we can afford. We wait.
The sergeant has no choice.
The sergeant and I are different kinds of men. We stand for different things.
I don't think you stand for anything, Perkins. I don't think you believe in anything.
I believe in myself, my mind, my body. That I can count on.
A real machine, huh?
Call it what you like. But I've spent a lifetime developing this mechanism, giving it all I've got.
You think I want to destroy you? I didn't send you on this mission, Perkins.
I was sent by someone like you. There's no sanity in the world, Saunders. Just ignorance, violence. I believe everybody has a right to prosper, to live, grow. That's why I hate violence, violent people. They're destroying the world, trying to destroy me. So you see, this mechanism, as you say, that I'm trying to save, has more worth and more dignity than blind animal courage.
Sergeant, the house.
C'est dommage, madame.
Sauvez-nous de s'arrêter de la radio.
Rentrez! Vite, vite!
Helen, hurry! Sergeant, my grandfather André Leclerc, my grandmother René Leclerc. C'est Sergeant Perkins. C'est lui qui va réparer la radio.
Enchanté, madame. Enchanté, monsieur.
Oh, vous parlez français?
Oui. Les éléments sont venus. Et une radio?
Ils savent que nous avons une radio, mais ils ne l'ont pas encore trouvée.
Ask them why the Krauts were here.
I just did. The Germans know there's a radio around here. They don't know exactly where. They've been asking questions. Où est-elle, monsieur?
Dans le coin, là-bas.
The radio is in the cellar. You can only reach it through here. I'll show you.
Vous avez besoin de ça.
Sage, Kirby, keep a lookout out those windows.
power supply.
Nothing's wrong there. I already checked the converter. It's perfect.
Let's see. Seems to be in order.
I think the main trouble is in the buffer stage.
I think I have some buffer tubes in my bag. Take a look. See if you can find a VT-221.
Here it is.
Good. How do you know all about this, boy?
I've read all I could about the theory of radio transmission. See? Here it explains the buffer stage.
Did you get all those books?
Some I bought, others I borrowed. Some I stole from the Germans. These are my favorite.
Philosophy of the Western World, Goethe, Nietzsche. Oh, Midsummer Night's Dream. You read all these?
At least 3 times. I read while I watch the radio for my grandpère.
How'd you get interested in them?
Before the war, I went to school for 5 years. The rest, I've taught myself.
And do you understand everything you read?
No, not completely. But what I don't understand, I feel inside. I know someday it will be all clear. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear hath not seen, the hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive.
Now the heart report what my dream was. And you fight Germans too?
We do what we must, Sergeant.
Yeah, well, see what we got here.
Keep staring out that window, you're gonna strain an eyeball. It's a screwy setup, ain't it?
Yep.
Here we are standing right in the middle of crowd territory. Sergeant Fauntleroy down there in the basement playing with his radio.
Well, it may turn out to be something important.
Well, we could get killed. That's very important.
Coward dies 1,000 times. Brave only once.
That's about all it takes, ain't it?
You were right. It was the buffer tube. Now there's something wrong with the receiver. I gotta work on it.
Well, while you're doing that, I could get us some bread and cheese.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Thank you.
How's it going?
I think the sergeant and I will work well together.
Dis donc, est-ce qu'il sait comment réparer la radio?
Je pense. Mais le sergent veut manger.
Je m'en occupe.
Your grandmother's worrying about you, John.
Yes.
C'est un brave. You don't scare easy, do you?
The trick is to hide the fear.
Jacques, voilà.
Merci.
Est-ce réparé? Oui, c'est réparé.
Checkmate King 2, this is White Rook. Checkmate King 2, this is White Rook, over. Checkmate King 2, this is White Rook. Do you read me? Do you read me, over? White Rook, your transmission is weak. Do you read me, over? Checkmate King 2, do you read me, over? White Rook, your transmission is weak. Acknowledge.
Radio Ersatzteiler. Sehr interessant.
Herr Hartmann!
Ja?
Ich brauche die Amerikaner hier.
Gut. Komm, Mensch, komm. So. Komm, jetzt gehen wir.
Checkmate King 2, this is White Rook. Checkmate King 2, this is White Rook, over. King 2, this is White Rook. Do you read me? Do you read me? Over. Checkmate King 2, this is White Rook. Do you read me? Over.
White Rook, checkmate King 2, over.
Perkins. This is White Rook. Do you read me? Over.
White Rook, do you read me? Your transmission is weak, over.
Try it again.
Checkmate King 2, come in.
Checkmate King 2, come in, please, over.
I read you weak, White Rook. Over.
Copy. They're back.
Hey, les boss, dépêchez-vous. Sarge! Sarge! That's a bag. Are you through with the transmission, Sergeant?
No, we can't get through yet.
You must keep your men down there till you are finished.
Go ahead, Sarge. We'll take care of the Germans.
All right, you two come on down.
You gonna allow that boy to go up there?
You keep working on that radio.
Bonjour, Capitaine. Zwei Mann nach außen. Diemer, durchsuchen das Haus.
Zu Befehl. Qu'est-ce qui se passe, Capitaine?
Checkmate King 2, you're coming in weak. Over.
Écartez-vous. Bougez pas et vous fusillez.
Ne lui faites pas de mal, je vous en prie.
Checkmate King 2, you're coming in weak. Over.
Ce que je ne comprends pas, capitaine, c'est pourquoi vous êtes revenu ici. Ne me mentez plus. Je sais que les Américains sont dans les environs. Je sais que vous avez une TSF radio ici.
Checkmate King 2, come in.
Lâchez-le, dit-il avec...
Checkmate King 2, come in. Over.
Sergeant, I gotta help that boy.
No, Sergeant. You must not interfere.
Interfere? They're gonna kill them. And the boy.
They knew the risks they were taking. We cannot help them. They would not want us to die uselessly.
Checkmate King 2, please come in. Over. Checkmate King 2, I have vital information. Please acknowledge. Over.
They're gonna kill the clerk. And they're gonna kill that boy, too.
Checkmate King 2, I have vital information. Please acknowledge. Over.
Saunders, will you please listen to me?
Ne lui faites pas mal, je vous en prie.
On a trouvé un des soldats américains. Il avait des pièces de radio dans son sac. Maintenant, dites-moi, où sont les autres? Ou je vous fais fusiller.
Il n'y a pas d'Américains ici.
Checkmate King 2, come in. Over.
Leutnant, lass ihn laufen und erschieß ihn. Pour la dernière fois, allez-vous me dire la vérité?
Je vous ai dit la vérité, capitaine.
Il a dit la vérité, je le jure.
Idiot. Maintenant, cours. Cours. Leutnant.
Checkmate, King 2. This is White Rook. Please acknowledge. Over.
God, will you forget that thing for a moment?
Checkmate, King 2. This is White Rook. Please
Where's all that
acknowledge.
blind courage when you need it?
All of a sudden, you want to join the human race, huh? Well, those 3 people up there, they joined a long time ago. They do their job, we do ours. You think it's easier for me to stay down here than it is for you? You get on that radio and you make it work. Checkmate, King 2. This is White Rook. Over. Checkmate, King 2. This is White Rook. Over. Checkmate, King 2. This is White Rook. Over.
Bring den Junge hier. Alors.
Non, non, non.
Dites-moi, où est la radio? Où sont les Américains? Où j'ai vu fait fusiller comme votre grand-père?
Ne lui faites pas de mal. Oh, ne lui faites pas de mal.
Dumme Junge. Raus mit beiden.
Checkmate, King 2. This is White Rook. Come in. Checkmate, King 2. This is White Rook. Over.
White Rook, we've got you loud and clear. Send your message.
There's a large concentration of cups and saucers moving into Sector C. Do you read me? Over.
Sir, this is Lieutenant Hadley. I'm getting a transmission from one of my patrols. They report a heavy concentration of German troops and vehicles moving through the wooded area in Sector C. I recommend we lay in a barrage immediately, sir. Yes, sir.
Checkmate, King 2. Do you acknowledge? Checkmate, King 2. Did you acknowledge my last transmission?
White Rook, this is Checkmate King 2, over.
Let's go. Jacques, will you tell your grandmother that we have to leave?
We'll get rid of the Germans and tell her we're sorry, but we haven't got the time to stay behind and help.
I understand, Sergeant. If the rest of the Americans fight as well as you have, we'll meet again very soon. Tell your officers that our radio will be working as long as they need it.
Bye, Jack.
Au revoir, Sergeant. Maybe someday we'll talk about the books again. Huh, Sergeant?
You can count on it.
All we have to do is make it back to our lines.
Anything you say, Sergeant? After all, you're the expert.
That's right, Perkins. Help write the manual.
Nice to have you back, Sergeant.
Looks like everybody's pulling out.
Yeah, the Krauts got a taste of our artillery. Took off.
She got that jigsaw puzzle put together, huh, Lieutenant?
Thanks to you and Sergeant Perkins.
Yeah, Perkins. Guess it takes all kinds.
Yep, all kinds. Close our shop, soldier.